Preludes is a poem by T.S.Eliot, composed between 1910 and 1911. It is in turns literal and impressionistic, exploring the sordid and solitary existences of the spiritually moiled as they play out against the backdrop of the drab modern city. In essence, it is 4 poems rather than 1, and it is duly labeled as such. Composed over the course of 4 years in France and the United States, it comes to just 54 lines. Its 4 parts are uneven, irregular, and written in free verse, symptomatic of the speaker's stream of consciousness. Part 1 is 13 lines, Part 2 10, Part 3 15, and Part 4 16. The somewhat abstracted and fragmented description of preludes appears frequently in Eliot's poetry, and although it can be hard to discern the purpose of each individual image, they add up to a whole greater than the sum of its parts. The images in the first stanza of Preludes set the context for the rest of the poem. Grimy scraps of withered leaves, newspapers from vacant lots, broken blinds and chimney pots are the dingy, littered, concrete objects of the city. In the second stanza, the morning comes to consciousness of faint stale smells of beer hungover, and a narrator thinks of all the hands that are raising dingy shades in 1,000 furnished rooms. These last 3 lines underscore a sense of anonymity in numbers, dirty vulgarity, and impermanence. The third stanza introduces the first actual character of the poem in the second person, implicating the reader in the grimy, low urbanity. The soul of this you is constituted of 8,000 sordid images, and the souls of your feet are yellowed and your hands are soiled, either by physical labor, the dirt and grime of the city, or both. The use of the second person here closes the distance between the poem and the reader, but the degrading, accusatory manner in which it does so perhaps alienates the reader as well. The only redemption in the scene described is found in sunlight and birdsong, which are both jarringly undercut. Light crept up between the shutters, and you heard the sparrows in the gutters. The light is not liberating and illuminating, it creeps and is obstructed. The birdsong comes not from a traditional songbird, but from sparrows, the mice of the bird world, in the gutters of the street. The poem has been read as a condemnation of modernity, and specifically of urban life. People are but the equivalent to the ugliness within the scope of the vision.